What's going on, guys? Randy here with Marino's Collectibles. Today is the first video after my surgery. I had surgery Tuesday. It is Saturday today, so what's that, 5 days? I had an incision down here with 13 staples. I had 3 staples up here, 3 staples in the back. I had a tear up here, and they did a biceps tenodesis or tenodosis. I forgot exactly, but where they cut the long head of the biceps that connects up to the middle of the shoulder. They cut it, they drill a hole in your bone, shove the biceps tendon in there, screw it in, and then they anchor and tie all the other pieces that are separate, so that way the biceps and the shoulder muscles don't pull on each other. So day 5 pain, not too bad. Still on medication, and I'm healing, I'm resting, I'm doing well, but it's been a while. I don't have any videos saved, so I had to make some content, and it took me 5 days, but here we are. So I'll try to get this out today after doing this. If not, definitely tomorrow. So if you're new to the channel, I appreciate you watching. Appreciate the prayers and get well wishes. If you're saying that right now, consider subscribing, hit the like, comment down below after the video's over. Today we have another stack of books that we picked up a couple weeks ago, and we're gonna get right into it. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so as the stack right here, we're going to start off with Detective Comics number 457. Detective Comics 457, this came out March 1976. Denny O'Neil and Rob Rosowski story, Dick Giordano and Kurt Schaffensberger art, Dick Giordano cover. First appearance of Leslie Tompkins, Origin of Batman Retold elongated story. So this is a key. I think Leslie Tompkins was a friend of Bruce Wayne. I didn't read the story yet, but glad to have this Detective Comic issue. Next up, we have another Detective Comics. This is the anniversary issue. Got to juggle it in my hand for you guys. This is issue 526. This came out May 1983. Jerry Conway story, Don Newton and Alfredo Alcala art. Don Newton and Dick Giordano cover. This is the death of Jason Todd's parents. And this is a pretty high grade book. Alright, this is a pretty cool one I was happy to have. We have Astonishing Tales featuring Kazar and Dr. Doom, number 1. This came out August 1970. Stan Lee and Roy Thomas stories, Jack Kirby and Wally Wood art, Marie Severin and Bill Everett cover. Kazar and Dr. Doom, Craven appearance. President Richard Nixon, Neil Armstrong, and Buzz Aldrin cameo. So this is actually a hot book. This is a mid-grade, probably after cleaning a press, probably a 6.0. But yeah, that was one of our pickups, so that's pretty cool. All right, gotta make sure the ice stays on there. This next book is one that I wanted for a long time, but I didn't really want to pay the $30 in Near Mint Plus or this. It just wasn't big enough for me to buy. I'd rather find it in the collection, and if it comes to me, I said it before, other people said it, and I did. I couldn't believe I found it, and I found it for $1. Let me turn it around. This is Mystic number 15. This is a very beautiful, beautiful copy. And this is issue 15. This came out September 2001. Ron Marz story, Brandon Peterson cover and art. First unofficial appearance of Harry Potter in a standard comic book. and unofficial appearance of multiple characters from various publishers. So this is pretty cool. I want to say it was about 2 or 3 years ago. It was still kind of during COVID, where this hit a high, and but it's still unofficial. I don't know when they're gonna make it official or not, but you could clearly see that's him inside the artwork. So really cool, and excited about having that in the PC. That one's definitely for the PC. All right, another series that I love. This is from the Thundercats Star Series, Thundercats issue 5, and it is a newsstand. So I don't know if I said this before. I am collecting the Star Series of Thundercats. I'm looking for 9.2 or higher for grade-wise, and it has to be a newsstand. That's just something I want to collect in that condition. Excuse me. They're just very presentable. 9.0s are right, but not once you get to the 9.2s, it's definitely a step up. So I'd like to keep it at that. But this was another copy that I found in the wild, and this is a high grade. I wouldn't, looking at it quick, it could be a 9.2, but I actually have a 9.4 of this copy, so I would just end up putting this in my boxes to sell at Comic-Cons. But definitely can't go wrong with that for a Thundercats fan. All right, a couple books I found in the dollar bins. I was very shocked. I found Peter Parker, The Spectacular Spider-Man, number 100. So this isn't a high grade. It's actually a low grade. I would say it's probably a 5.0. So a mid-grade, 5.0. This is just a 100th anniversary issue in a newsstand. I think once you get to, I think it's 98 and 99, that's the first appearance of Spot and so forth. But still a 100th anniversary issue, which is really cool. And for $1, not bad. Next up, we have Harbinger. This is a Valiant comic. This is issue 2. That's actually, I think it's more scarce than the first one. First, I think print run wise. So this is Joe Shooter story, David Lapham and John Dixon art, David Lapham cover. First appearance of Rock, Swallow, Sparrow, and Hard to Find. Rare as a extra title. So this came out February 1992. And it's in a fairly good condition. High grade. Nice. We only got a couple more, guys. I just wanted to, like I said, get a little bit out there, and just get some more content out there. I appreciate you guys being patient with me and everything. Trust me, it's just a chore for me to climb up the stairs from being in, I was gonna say being in bed, but being in my recliner elevated for days on end, just trying to support my shoulder and everything. It was a pretty severe surgery, and I'll show my pictures if my wife has them that I could do on here when she helps me load this up. But next up, we have first appearance of Amanda Waller, Billy Batson, New Earth, and Brimstone. This is Legends number 1. We've got this book a few times in the wild. That cover is crazy. Love that cover. Why couldn't that be the first Darkseid cover, right? I mean, seriously. Actually, just an idea. Picture like Mount Rushmore, but mountains and hills and stuff, but his head in the background is one of them. Just, that looks sick. Just stone with his face. All right, next up we have Marvel Boy number 1. This is also a high grade copy. This is the first appearance of Marvel Boy, Novar, and Dr. Midas, Cosmic Man. That's all the information I have right now for this. This was at a high a while ago, but again, found that in the $5 and under box. And we're down to our last comic, guys. Excuse me. This is for the PC. This is Knuckles, the Dark Legion number 1. So it is a direct issue, but it is number 1, Archie Comics. And you know I'm on my Sonic the Hedgehog Archie run. anything with Archie, Sonic Tales, so the Knuckles run, the extra Sonic titles, collecting them all. And I do prefer them in 9s or better, but if I have them, I'll definitely put them in the PC and just upgrade as I find more in the wild. But this is Knuckles, the Dark Legion #1. This came out April 1997. Ken Penders and Kent Taylor story. Manny Galan and Andrew Papoy art. Pretty cool cover. There's Sonic up there. So we are definitely adding a lot of Sonic books and titles to the collection, which is phenomenal. But guys, I hope you enjoyed this quick little video. I didn't struggle too bad. My ice keeps falling down, so I definitely got to get downstairs before my wife kicks my butt for being up here. But I just couldn't stay away too long. So appreciate you guys. Again, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscription button, follow, comment down below, share all that good stuff. Remember guys, respect the hunt and collect with purpose, because you'll find books like these babies, and that's the best part.